Welcome to KEDGE Business School application form. This is the URL that you need to remember if you want to apply to KEDGE Business School, or simply open a browser and write KEDGE Business School and simply go to the application page, or you can just write join.kedge.edu and directly come to this link. So this is the dummy application form which I have created for you. I'm not an applicant, I have already studied at KEDGE, but this is merely a tool to help you understand how to apply to KEDGE Business School in a few simple steps. So you see two parts on this window. One says create an account and one says if you already have an account. If you are a new student, you would definitely not have an account. So you need to create an account here. How do you create an account? You just click on create an account and you have to fill basic information related to your personal information, last name, first name, birth date, city of birth, your country of birth, your nationality. One more thing that I wanted to tell you is that if the application form opens in French, you can just translate it from here, okay, in English. So it shows EN. Now, you need to fill this basic information, and then for account settings, you need to enter your email ID, confirm the same email ID, enter a password of your own choice, enter your address. It could be your local address or permanent address, but enter the address where you've been living for some time or you plan to live for some time. Then country would be, of course, India, your zip code, your city, and your active phone number. You select these two tick marks and then just click on next step. When you click on next step, you'll be asked to fill your educational background and your professional experience, which we are going to talk about. Okay, so this is how you create your account. It is as simple as creating an account on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. So this is how you can create an account. Now, once you have created the account, you simply enter your email ID and then enter your password. So I have already received my password, so I'll just click on sign in. And the moment you click on sign in, this kind of window pops up. It says, welcome Priyag Tripathi. You are now in the student applicant area. You can create and manage your own application for multiple programs. I need to tell you that as a student, you can apply. As an aspirant, you can apply to 2 programs at max. For example, if you want to apply for purchasing program, at the same time, you can apply for logistics program as well. Now, you have 3 options here. One is edit my profile, one is log out, one is apply. Now, since I have already started my application, it says edit my profile. But if I have not started my application, it would show you the apply button. You have to click here. It is clickable for me at the moment because I've already created my application. But do not worry, the same window which shows here would be again visible to you as well. So this is the same window which was visible few minutes ago, wherein you were supposed to fill in your basic information, your educational background, and your professional experience. Now, I have filled my basic information, so I'll click on next step. Let's see what comes up. Alright, the next step says my educational background. Now, click on the first one, current course of study. Now, this would be different for everyone, but if you are a student at KEDGE, you click yes, otherwise you select no. Yes would be for people who are right now already studying BBA at KEDGE and they want to do a master's. But if you're an Indian student, you select no, and then field of study. Let's say I have studied engineering. Is it visible here? I think it's visible here in industry and technologies, of course, so do not worry about it. Find the closest subject that you studied. It may not be the exact subject that you studied, but the closest one. If you're a BBA student, what do you think you would select? You can select international business / management, right? So if I'm an engineering student, I can select industry and technologies. Current level of studies, I would say I'm doing a bachelor's. Level you will obtain, I would again obtain a bachelor's degree. There are so many programs. If you are studying a 3-year university program, you select here, or you can select a bachelor as well. So do not be worried about the fact that if you select this one, it would be a problem, or if you select this one, it can be a problem. No, you can select either. So I'll select a bachelor. Degree being pursued. So I'll write B.Tech because my degree is B.Tech. Year of graduation. If I graduated in 2010, I mean I did, so I would write 2010, but you can write your own school here. In school, I'll write UPTU. I'll write the full form, but just for the example purpose, I'm writing a UPTU here. City of school, I would write Lucknow because it was Lucknow for me. Country, it would be India. Now this was very simple. Now let's move to the next step. Latest qualification obtained. Again, you can be a little bit confused here because it says current course of study and latest qualification obtained. Okay, now in current course of study and latest qualification obtained, if you have the same degree, you'd be writing about the same thing. For example, you can write industry and technology again because I did a BTech, and of course there is no other degree that I pursued, so I'll write bachelor honor here. Latest degree obtained would be bachelor's. Name of degree would be again BTech. I'll just write BTech, not any dot, so that it's on the safer side. Year of graduation again 2010. Latest school would be UPTU. City of school would be Lucknow, and country of school would be India. Now you need to remember that field of study and the current course of study and latest qualification obtained might be different for people who are still doing, let's say, a master's. For example, I did a bachelor's, so that would be latest qualification obtained. But if I'm doing a master's right now, let's say I'm in the second year of master's, I'll write about the second year of master's here. Okay? Otherwise, it's pretty much same for most of the students. Other qualification obtained. If you have any other diploma, a certificate, you can mention about that. Otherwise, just leave it blank. Mother tongue. Now, my mother tongue is Hindi, so I'll write Hindi, and my level. So mother tongue obviously is a language wherein you have a command, so there is no level required. But for other languages, I'll write English, and the level would be beginner, intermediate, advanced, and fluent. I'd mention as advanced because I'm not from UK or US, but I'll write advanced. That depends on you, but most of the students who have studied in English medium throughout their life, they can definitely mention advanced. If you have any other language, for example, if I studied French or German, I can mention I studied French as well. So you can add 2 more languages apart from your mother tongue. One is definitely mandatory, right? Now let's click on next step. Next step is my professional experience. Now, professional experience is very important in terms of management education. In India, most of the students who go for MBA, they have certain work experience of 0 to 3 years. But abroad in Europe, what happens is either you have no work experience or you have 12 years or 15 years of work experience. But usually people do have professional experience if they are going for international education. Even if you do not have, that's not a problem because MIM and MSc programs do not usually require a mandatory years of work experience. So that's not an issue. But let's see what it has to offer. Number of years of professional experience. Let's say I have 1 year. I'll write 1 year. If you have 1 to 2 years, write 2 years. If you have less than 1 year, around 6-7 months, again you have to write 1 year because this is November 2019. By the time you join this school, it would be around 1 year. So do mention that. So I'll mention 1 year. Any professional experience? Yes. Length would be 1 year. Company name, let's say I write TCS. This is the name of my company. What is my position? I am an analyst, for example. You can write about your company. City would be Delhi, country would be India, start date would be 01/01/2018, and end date is obviously not mandatory, so you don't have to write it because you have still not resigned. Describe your main mission. Now, my first KRA is this, my second KRA is this, and my third KRA is this. Now you have to talk about your KRAs. That means key responsibility area. What do you do? Point 1, point 2, point 3. What do you do on daily basis? For example, you can write client interaction. You can write about developing new business models and drinking coffee. Well, obviously this is a joke. This is not your main mission, but you have to describe your job mission here very carefully because this would be related to your CV, this would be related to your SOP, and this might be asked in your interview as well. So be very, very careful about your main mission. If you have no professional experience, but let's say you're working in an internship, then of course it would be less than 1 year, so you would select 1 year and you would talk about your internship positions here. If you're a fresher, you would still have something from your engineering, from your graduation, wherein you worked in a company, wherein you worked on a summer project, so you can mention less than a year, but again you have to describe your mission here. What were you doing on a day-to-day basis? Are you currently employed? Yes. I mean, you can write about it. Similarly, you can write name of the company, possession, city, country, start date, end date, and describe your main mission, right? Or I'll just write no, because I don't want to write it again, but this is an example for you. You click on yes if you're working, you click on no if you're not working, and similarly you fill the information. Next question is, have you completed an internship? If yes, click on yes, fill everything here in a similar position. Length, company name, position, city, country, start date, end date, describe your main mission. I'll write no because I would like to save time here. Another internship. If you have done more internships, talk about it here. I know a girl applicant from India who has done 3 internships. So I mean, of course there's no space for 3 internships, but she can talk definitely about 2 most important internships by clicking yes, entering all the information, describing main mission, and then submitting. So I'll write no here to save time, and then we click on validate. Once you click on validate, these tabs pop up in front of you. Now your basic account creation is complete. Here comes the most important part of your application. Now it says program, scholarships, motivation, documents, and validation. This is where your application will get complete. So the entire application is not going to take more than 30 minutes, but I'm going to wrap this video very, very quickly. Don't worry, you wouldn't be wasting a lot of time. So in program section, you click here and you have around 12-13 programs. Let's count how many. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 programs are there. So let's say if I'm applying for finance. Now KEDGE finance program is ranked amongst the top 6 programs in France, top 30 in Western Europe. So it is a very prestigious program. So you select the name of the program that you want to apply to, select the intake. So obviously I'm going for 2020 fall, so I'll select 2020. I'll graduate in 2021. What kind of MSc track would you like to apply for? Short track or long track? Now I have made many videos related to M1 and M2. Short track is M2, which is a 1-year master's degree. Long track is 2 years, which starts with M1. Now what is the difference between long track and short track? You can click on the I button above and watch the video and get more information about what is the difference between short track and long track. So let's start with short track program, which is a 1-year program, and I want to go for it. Now this program is only based in Paris as of now, so the main campus here is Paris. Format would be full-time. You can't select part-time because there is no part-time program. The name of the diploma, the degree, would be MSc. Now many students get confused with the fact that they often wonder if there's a difference between diploma and a degree. Would I be getting a diploma or a degree? Do not worry, the name of the degree in French is diploma, right? So if it is diploma here, do not worry, it's a degree at international level, and it would be recognized as an MBA or as a master's degree in India. Now we click on save and we move to the next level. Alright, so the next one is scholarships. KEDGE wishes to attract the best international students on its undergraduate and PG programs in order to promote diversity and the recruitment of talent from all over the world. As an international student, you might be eligible for KEDGE scholarship. We invite you to discover them in more details on kedge.edu/scholarship. If you click here, you'll be exposed to 3 prestigious scholarships at KEDGE. So you should click here and have more information. Now, would you like to apply for a merit scholarship? I mean, if you're rich, say no. But if you really want to apply for a scholarship, click yes. By the way, even if you're rich, you should definitely save money, because that's what Warren Buffett says. Saving is earning. Now, applicants who display a certain level of academic achievement can apply for a merit-based scholarship. Please describe below your academic achievement and extracurricular skills in 5,000 characters. That means, how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. right? So 5,000 characters is the limit that you need to have for your essay. You need to talk about two things: achievement in your academics and achievement in your extracurriculars. So in academics, talk about your marks, talk about your certifications, if any, talk about your podium finish at school, whether you came first or second or third. Talk about any medals. For example, I got a gold medal in maths, which I never got, but anyway, you can talk about it. But anyway, do not talk about it if you have never got a medal. Talk about facts here, because there would be a BGC, a background check. Now, extracurricular skills: I played cricket at national level, not like Virat Kohli, but maybe at school national level. I am a national level chess champion, and I am a professional drama person or theater artist, right? So you can write anything here which you have done and which you have mentioned in your CV, but do ensure that you have to be extremely careful and honest. Right? Now, documents. Now, this is where it gets interesting. You have to upload a document which supports this scholarship application, right? So if you have written all these things, upload the document. Now, you have written multiple things. How would you upload one document? So do one thing: upload all these, scan and merge all these certificates on internet, create a PDF or a JPEG or a docx or a PNG. Make sure that the capacity, the size of that file is not more than 3 MB, and just click here and simply upload it, right? So I'm not going to upload the document here, so I'll simply select no, right? So I save time. But if you want to save money and if you want to earn scholarships, do that. Now let's move to the next level: motivation. Why are you applying to this program? You know what is character limit here. Talk about your goals. Why KEDGE? Why France? Why Masters? How this will help in your goals? What are your goals? Right? And then knit a story around these questions. I have already created samples and created videos. There is an I button above. You can click there and understand how to write an SOP, and then you will be able to understand why are you applying to this program. This is a particular question. There is no factual answer or wrong answer to this question. This is all about perspective. So if you want to apply for this program for X reason and somebody wants to apply for this program with Y reasons or Z reasons, all the reasons are absolutely fine. What is your professional career project? Now, this is a very confusing question for Indian students because they've never heard this term career projects. But what is the essentially meaning of professional or career project? Now, professional project, you talk about your work experience. If you have, it could be a job, it could be a project, summer project or school project, it could be an internship. Talk about it. What did you do? When did you do? How did you do? What did you learn? Right? What are the things that motivated you during that job? Right? And then talk about your goals, your professional goals, and you should also talk about your personal goals. For example, I want to work in luxury industry after this program. Well, I'm applying for finance program, so I want to work with some of the largest banks in portfolio management, and I come from economics background, or obviously let's talk about engineering background because I entered engineering here. So I'm coming from a technical background where I learned a lot about maths, formulas, and technologies that are available in today's world, and I would like to work in finance. I hope this program provides me a platform, and for all those things you have to look at the curriculum, you have to look at the brochure, what are the subjects that are going to be taught to you, and then connect the story. So simply do one thing: talk about your past, see your present, and imagine a future. So in past, talk about your education, talk about your jobs. Present, what are you doing as of today, and talk about the subjects, read the subjects that are going to be taught to you in this curriculum, and then talk about your future, the goals, and then connect all these three in a story, and that story should not exceed 5,000 characters. Now, if that story is beautiful, your answer is perfect, right? So moving to the next question: do you have a professional experience? It's very simple. If you have yes, write yes and explain. If you have no, write no and explain. By the way, one more important thing is the question says connected to this program. So if I'm applying for finance, I need to find areas where I worked in finance, right? If I'm working with TCS for 5 years in software development, I did not work in finance. So you have to mention the professional experience connected to this program. On a personal plan, what do you expect from this program? Now you have to read the curriculum again, because this is very interesting question. You have to read the curriculum, you have to read the subjects, you have to see the internships, kind of internships, and careers this program provides. Look at LinkedIn profile of alums, and then again go back to your past, go back to your present, and then connect your goals here. Now these two questions are different because this question talks about your professional and career project, which focuses a lot on your work experience, but this talks about your goals and your expectations from this program. So this program for me might provide me diversity, skills, exposure, network, opportunities in Western Europe. I mean, for me this is the answer, but for you it could be anything. So again, you have a limit of 5,000 characters in each question, and answer that question very, very carefully, right? Moving to the next stage. All right, documents. Now you have to add a CV here. All right, so I'm not going to upload anything here because I'm not an aspirant, I'm not a student, I'm an alum. But you are a student, so you would upload a CV here in any of these formats, maximum 3 MB size. There is an I button on the top, and you can see how to prepare your CV, or you can just go to advisory.in/downloads and you would be able to download a free CV sample, and then you can upload that CV here. Okay, the second one is add an identity documentation, ID card, recto-verse, or passport. Right now, you would have your passport as your ID card. If you do not have a passport, upload your Aadhaar card, because that's a national identification card. Right? If you do not have that, upload your PAN card, and if you do not have anything, I do not know what you're going to upload. But if you're an Indian citizen, of course you would have some sort of ID verification, and upload that here in any of these formats. Next one is add your highest degree certification. If you're pursuing graduation, upload your last degree. If you're in BBA, upload your class 12th. If you're in class 12th, upload your class 11th. If you're in masters, upload your graduation. If you're working, upload your graduation. So highest degree is whatever degree you have completed so far, not the one that you're pursuing. So your last degree, it could be a provisional, it could be original, PDF, JPEG, DocX, PNG, 3 MB max. Add a certificate of achievement or transcript of your current studies. Very simple. Now here you need to upload your mark sheets. It mentions transcripts of your current studies. You do not have to literally upload the transcript, because transcripts are usually translated to the original scanned copies of your mark sheet. So if you have received the mark sheets, go ahead, scan them, convert them in this format, 3 MB max, and upload them here. I understand BTech professionals might have 7 mark sheets, so they would merge all of them in one. I mean 7 to 8 mark sheets, they would merge them into one, and then they would upload it. Similarly, for add a school certificate would be your last school certificate that you received. And again, this is pretty much same. So read this carefully. It says, if you're not a student during 2019-2020, thank you to include your work certificate. That means if you're not a student at this point in time, upload your work certificate. This could be your offer letter or work experience letter. If you're in any other cases mentioned above, then thank you to download this. So if you have no work certificate, if you are not a student and you do not fit into any of these criteria, download this document, upload it simply here by filling it up. Optional documents, not mandatory, but you can upload your other degrees, contract job. Recommendation letter is not mandatory, but I definitely recommend you to upload a recommendation letter. Click on I button above and see how to make a recommendation letter. A GMAT score is mandatory for MIM, not for MSc programs. So you can upload your GMAT scorecard here and you click on complete my application. It wouldn't work for me because I have not uploaded my documents here and I have no documents. So you have to carefully upload all your CV, identification document, degree, mark sheets, GMAT score if you have, and then simply click on validation, right? This is how my application page looks like. Now once I have completed application, I will click here, access the payment site, pay the application fee of 120 euros, and voila, my application is complete. Within the next couple of weeks, you'll hear from the school regarding an admit or a reject for interview. I wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, take care of your health, and respect your parents, respect your family. Thank you so much. God bless you. Once again, do all the best.